City News is brought to you by East Brewster Lawyers Rotorua, celebrating 100 years of legal excellence and innovation.
Kia ora, tonight on City News. Police are concerned at the number of children living in homes where parents and caregivers are openly taking and selling drugs. It's Welcome Back Cobb & Co, and the Bayfair Baywide Rugby competition kicks off this weekend. Two Te Arawa leaders were honoured yesterday at a special investiture ceremony at Government House in Auckland. Dr Noble Thompson, or Toby Curtis, was knighted for his services to Māori education. And orator Kingi Richard Biddle was awarded for Queen's Service Medal for his services to Māori and mental health. Mr Biddle says he was over the moon to receive his honour. Meanwhile, another Te Arawa son, Peora Maxwell, has been appointed new CEO of Māori Television. Mr Maxwell is the former head of Māori and Pacific programming at TVNZ. He joins the network as they celebrate their 10th birthday this year. Police are praising the community of Rotorua for stepping up and providing information on drug activity that has helped police to make 47 arrests over the past 6 weeks. The police operation focusing on drugs and organised crime saw the execution of 45 search warrants at residential addresses across the city. Inspector Anderson says police are also concerned at the number of children living in homes with parents and caregivers who are openly taking and selling drugs from their homes. He says this is unacceptable, and local police will continue to work with agencies such as CIFS to ensure the future safety of children. It's new as well as old and is like a homecoming for Cobb & Co with the opening this week of their new restaurant on Fenton Street. Cobb Group Chief Executive Chris Churchwood says the response to the restaurant has been fantastic. He says the motto for the store is "Welcome Back."
With the brand, what we've done is we've looked at it being really iconic. It's like tomato sauce, it's like anything you can think of, the Four Square Man. It's an iconic brand, so with that we wanted to maintain who we are and our past, our part of our heritage, okay? So when you look at the colours and various things around there, when you come here, you feel like you've been here before. But there's something different, there's something new about it, which is the exciting part of it. So it is familiar, it is like coming home, but it's like all of a sudden you've got a new couch in the house. Wow, look what that's done. It's something different, but people don't really notice it. So yeah, that's the whole idea of it.
And you started as a kitchen hand.
That's right.
And now you're the CEO of Cobb & Co. That's amazing.
Right. It's an amazing story. It's really exciting actually to think that years ago when I was a young fellow, about 15, I was a kitchen hand at it was Tocha Lodge in Trentham. I was there for a good couple of years as a kitchen hand, and I've developed and grown as a person and stuff, and now I'm the caretaker of the brand. It's a really, really amazing feeling. It's a bit surreal, but exciting to know that, and I suppose it's a good message for the youth out there that you can do whatever you want to do and achieve what you want to achieve.
And while our crew was visiting the restaurant, they came across Winifred Baggerly, who recently celebrated her 102nd birthday. She gave Alan Solomon a few tips to her secret to long life.
So what's your secret to longevity?
Well, I believe in health pills. I don't believe in any drugs. I never take any drugs. I've never smoked, and I only occasionally have a drink. And it's usually gin, lemon, lime and bitter, and a bit of lime.
Yeah. And that keeps the bugs away, does it? Yeah.
In sport tonight, team members from the Premier Rugby clubs met tonight at Pilot Bay to celebrate the start of the Bayfair Baywide Club rugby season. Bay of Plenty Rugby Union CEO Mike Rogers and President John Darling both wished the teams well for the season ahead. Local games this Saturday for round 1 of the Baywide competition are Rotowiti vs Whakarewarewa at Emery Park. Whakarewarewa, along with a number of new players, also have a new coach, former Bay of Plenty steamer Ngarimu Simpkins. Local bragging rights are on the line in the first round, and this is bound to be a tough game with neither team willing to give anything away. To your weather update now. Tonight will be fine with light winds and an overnight low of 7. Tomorrow, Friday, fine with light winds, a high of 23 and a low of 9. And the outlook for Saturday, fine with light winds, a high of 22 and a low of 8. And the marine forecast for Lake Rotorua, variable 5 knots with waves below half a metre and fine. Remember, for program listings and other info or to catch up on City News, visit our website tvrotorua.co.nz, or you can head to our TV Rotorua Facebook page. Still to come in tonight's program, Kitty Danielle catches up with Rotorua Energy Charitable Trust Chairman Graham Hall, and we visit Te Waiariki Puria Trust to find out about their active leadership program and talk about the upcoming Party in the Park event.
It's my pleasure now to be in the presence of a man that you will all know, and he has had a long history here building up the community of Rotorua, and he continues to do so now. Graham Hall. Kia ora, Graham.
Kia ora, Kitty. Nice to see you again.
Very nice to see you too, and always with a smile on your face, and always something you're doing. So what is it you're doing now?
Well, I decided a long time ago, actually, Kerry, that I think I would sooner wear out rather than rust out, and I think it's probably important to keep doing things, and I enjoy it.
Yes.
I enjoy it. Yes. Well, the latest event that we're promoting is Dame Kerry Te Kanawa, who's coming to visit Rotorua again on the 6th of May this year. And we're really lucky to have her because we had a concert last year, which I think you recall, and I think it was a lovely experience for you.
Yes.
And the promoters rang and said, look, she's coming on her 70th birthday tour, would you like to have a concert in Rotorua? And that's for the whole of the Central North Island. So we said, yes, we would. There are 4 other concerts throughout New Zealand, but we said we would like to do that. And so the 6th of May is going to be another recital. And Dame Kerry is going to be here with the world-acclaimed pianist Terence Dennis, and he is a great guy, does a great job. So we're very fortunate, I think.
Lovely. And yes, I did attend the concert last year, and yes, it was very special. And 3 people made it very special for me: Trevor Maxwell, Monty Morrison, and yourself, because I got invited, and I got to meet Kitty afterwards, who just happens to be the woman I was named after. So thank you. Thank you for that.
It was an absolute pleasure. Kitty, 2 lovely ladies, I thought. It was really nice.
It was wonderful, and I have to say, if you have not seen Kitty in concert, you do not want to miss this, because her voice is so pure, isn't it? And she has such control over it, and she is a masterpiece to behold. And so we really want to promote it, don't we? We want people to get there. So can you tell me again the date of it?
Yes, the date is the 6th of May. Tickets are $90 and $120, which is cheaper than a lot of other places throughout New Zealand. And that it is we've already sold more than half the tickets. So it's a time to get in and get your tickets now, because time is moving on.
Yes, and they will not last very long. They will not last very long. And it's particularly special too, because it's her 70th birthday celebration and concert, and we're very lucky to have it here in Rotorua.
Yes, certainly are.
And something else we're lucky to have here in Rotorua is Mr. Monty Morrison. And he has been just a fabulous promoter of events. And he's moving into more of a co-mātua role now, isn't he? So it's about time that we give him some acknowledgement for all the work that he's done. And you've worked very closely with him for years. Can you give me a bit of some of those experiences?
Yes, certainly, Kitty. Yes, I remember Monty was a teacher up at Western Heights High School, and he was teaching up there, and he was very good at looking after the kapahaka and some of the other things, as well as a really good teacher. And then we got him involved. He was quite keen to get involved with the production of Lakeside. And 18 years ago, when the first Lakeside concert was performed, Monty was there helping, and he decided he liked that better than teaching. So he thought, why don't I become a promoter and be an event organiser? And so from over the last 18 years, Monty's done an excellent job, a really great job with Lakeside, because Lakeside is a free concert. I think most people know it's a free concert, but we have to raise about $500,000 a year to put that on for the free to the public. And it's got to be run really well, and we try to run that professionally, and Monty's been a big part of that. He's done a great job running that. But I've also worked with Monty on Rhapsody Rotorua, which is a wonderful event with a lot of young people being involved from Australia and here. And also with the Civic Arts Trust. Monty's been a member of the Civic Arts Trust. He's also been a secretary of that. He's also, Monty and I got together and promoted and presented the first mural concert for the elderly. And Monty was a really big help for that. So there's been lots of things that we've been able to do. And I think the other big thing that we've been able to do is the Arts Festival. We put a number of arts festivals on, and that takes a lot of work. And so we've had to travel together to Australia to look at the performing arts sector over there and bring back some acts from over there. And he's always good company, and we've really enjoyed it.
Well, thank you very much for your time this morning, first of all, and also the work that you're doing in our community. And we very much look forward to this Performing Arts Centre. It sounds like it's going to be absolutely fabulous, and there is nothing that Rotorua could celebrate more than celebrating our talents. Kia ora, thank you.
Kia ora, Kelly. Nice to be here.
Kia ora.
Well, support for the young people of our city is absolutely critical for their future, and there's lots of different programs out there to help the young people. Now, we're down here at Te Wairiki Puruia Trust today, and I'm going to be catching up with Maylene Moriti, and she's going to explain a little bit more about her leadership program. Hi Maylene, thanks for joining us today. Now, you ran the Rangatahi Leadership Program last year. How did it go?
It went really well. It's the Ira Matatou Active Citizenship Leadership Program, and we had 310 rangatahi between the ages of 12 and 24 enrol on the program. Obviously I couldn't get to all of them, but out of that 310, I guess maybe 100 of them were involved throughout the whole year. Community events, volunteering at events. They did the Youth Worker Level 3 training and gained 40 credits from that, which they're getting that now in this year. And then we went and supported Maraea Pōmana, who runs the free parking in all the communities. So we went and helped volunteer there and running sports and things. So
apart from the practical experience of being out in the community, the rangatahi get actual qualifications as well.
Yeah, well, we looked at because we do PTE here, private training establishment, and they have the different youth worker trainings, and we thought, why not put that to some of the rangatahi, because they are youth, and even though they're going to be working with other youth in the community, so we put them in a different learning environment as well. So we did marae styles, and they had wānangas on the weekends and things, and got through all the booklets and got through all the credits. Some of them weren't doing well at school, and yet they managed to finish off their Youth Worker Level 3 training. So yeah, it was pretty good for them to do that training.
I bet their parents must have been pretty proud.
Yeah, they're pretty proud about their kids getting that, because some of them were struggling to get their normal 20 credits for the year 10 or year 11, yeah. So they were happy with that.
Yeah. Now this year you're running the same program again. Have you made any changes or anything you've learnt from last year?
Definitely, because we had the 310 sign up, I've looked at splitting the levels now, so we've gone with Tahi, Rotorua and Rotorua, which is level 1, 2 and 3. Level 1 will look at just community participation and volunteering. Level 2 will look at program development, and then level 3 will look at the coordination and management of that. Level 2 also covers the training that they can do, the NCEA stuff as well. So just putting those different levels in there will help the rangatahi identify which one they can commit to, because we found not all of them wanted to go to the events and volunteer, that not all of them wanted to do the training and stuff, and not all of them wanted to just be involved. So it was just, some of them wanted to just participate, get them off the couch, get them out into their community and learn what's happening. So yeah, so this year there's the 3 levels that we're going to look at them registering whichever level they can commit to.
Have you found a good mixture of kids? Obviously you're targeting Māori and young Pacific Islanders. What about the Pākehā kids here in Rotorua?
We're targeting all of them, so they're all allowed to enter. The criteria is They just need to be committed, and they just need to be in the 12 to 24 bracket, and it covers all cultures and all levels of academia as well. So we have a few in there that aren't at school, so they're not engaged, but we've put them into courses and things. There's some there with some gang affiliations as well, and we're just trying to pull the leadership out of them within their own community, because they've already set up their youth group as well. So they can work well within their own groups, but once they're outside of that, it's a little bit out of their comfort zone. So yeah, it's a good mixture of rangatahi.
I like how you said that you're trying to draw the leadership out of them, so obviously you recognise that in them, and the surroundings or the situation that they're in, that leadership may not always come out. So what sort of things are you using to help draw that leadership out?
Definitely we know that sports is number one. So once we get them into any kind of sports participating, we kind of see some leadership come out. So we'll see them leading the team, or come on, let's go warm up, or let's win, and things like that. So sports definitely. Some singing, music and dance has been a big one. A lot of them are into that. They're quiet and everything, and as soon as you put the music on or give them the mics and things, they're away. So that leadership comes out straight away. We've got another young guy who does all the sound systems, so sound tech and things, and now he's doing the production events at Boys High, and he's got his own little room, and he does all the sound tech for, I think it was Buddy Holly last year, and they've got the new big production at Boys High coming this year, and he's like the main sound person for that this year. So yeah, we use the things that they really like, but we've found that food is another one that brings out
Always,
good leadership for the rangatahi. It's good to see some of them will come out and distribute the food, or make sure it's evenly spread across all of them. So yeah, food, music and sports have been the main ones.
Now obviously you are running the program again this year. When are you starting?
So we were looking at having a Rangatahi Leaders Day on Sunday, but obviously Cyclone Lucy hit us and there was lots of wet weather, so we cancelled that, and we're combining it with our organisation Te Wairiki Pūtea Trust is doing a party in the park. So that's where I was going to recruit all my leaders, 12 to 24, come down, have a fun day. We had a DJ, we had bouncy boxing castle, we had the inflatable castle, and tug of war. We had Matt, the arm wrestler, we had Tania Tapsell coming to do guest speakers and things. We had some performers from Wairiki coming. So we're going to look at recruiting them on the 4th of April, which is a Friday evening, down here at Kuiro Park. So hopefully I will get all those rangatahi on board and sign them up.
Wow, that sounds like a huge program. You're obviously pretty excited that you've been able to run this for the second year. Oh,
yeah, definitely. I guess it's due to funding. So last year was a 1-year pilot, and that was with the active citizenship contracts through MSD. It went so well that we got our 310 signed up, and they've given us a 3-year contract to continue the program for 3 years. So that's why we're looking at these different levels, so we can shift them in the next 3 years through level 1 to level 2 to level 3. So they've got progression stages to happen.
Fantastic, that's great news. Now we're going to chat to Rowan and Tupi about the party in your park, so we appreciate your time today, Marlene, and good luck with the leadership program. I'm really excited for you. Thanks for your time.
Cool, thank you.
Well, another great youth initiative is set to take off here in our city with the inaugural party in the park. Now, to explain more is Topi Popoelsa, who is the Youth Services Coordinator here at Te Wairiki Pūtea Trust. Thanks, Topi, for joining us today. Good to have you with us. Now, Party in Park, this is obviously the first one of the year, or the first one ever.
Yes.
Huge concept that you guys have come up with here. So where did the idea come from?
The idea came from Big Hui with the Trust. We're just looking at ways of engaging the young ones, especially the 16 to 7-year-olds that obviously need a lot of support and help, probably while they're already in education, keeping them in there, or even looking for full-time education themselves. So we're just looking at ways to promote awareness of what we do and helping the young ones. And so we came up with this concept here of Party in the Park.
So when you say young ones, is there a particular age group that you're targeting?
Yeah, the target age group that we have at the moment is, with the contract, is 16 to 17-year-olds. We do have accept 15-year-olds with exemptions, so there's also that group as well.
So why that age? Because that's the age where pretty much they make the decisions. They can either go this way or maybe into other areas that's not so good for them. So why that age?
Yeah, that age also is where we can take them on board and work with them a lot easier, because obviously they need a lot of guidance with what they want to decide with as to where their careers are or further into the education. But at the same time, if they're already in education, they also may need support to keep them in there, because there's obviously other distractions and other options they may want to take, which may sort of veer them off their line or pathway that they wanted to go down.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you mentioned distractions, because if they're heading down that direction, it could be totally the wrong direction. But what sort of tools are you using to steer them in the right direction?
Part of our, not part of our team, as a team, the experience that we've had, life skills that we've got anyway, we use those to help young ones in keeping their focus. So a lot of it is to do with our own personal life and what we've come through, what we've been through, and then at the same time just recalling on past experiences, working with young ones who may have gone down the same track or the same pathway that the current ones that we're working with. So yeah, a lot of it's to do with personal experiences as well. So as coaches and mentors for them, we really do make the effort to make sure that our focus is on them to get back on board with whatever pathway it is.
Yeah, fantastic. So whenabouts is the party in the park, and what date is it?
Party in the park is on Friday afternoon of 4th of April from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Being here, focal point here in Rotorua, everybody knows where Credo Park is, everybody knows where the basketball courts are. As soon as you mention basketball courts, Credo Park, yep, everybody knows it's there. The main awareness, though, is making people realise that there is a service in here with Te Wairiki Pūtea Trust, which is the youth service. As the part of youth service here being the main driver behind the party in the park.
Yeah. Now with parties, especially in a park, you've got to have music and you've got to have prizes. So have you got any of those?
Yes. We've been advised pretty well by our youth that the main, the big draw card for everything is food and good music. So yeah, we've got entertainment there. We've also got prizes as well, activities for the young ones as well. So we've got all the bouncy castles, all the other fun stuff that goes with all of that as well. MCing the event, we've got Jojo Waka who'll be there as well as DJ Pac-Man. We'll also be co-hosting with her as well. So it's going to be a fun time, and knowing those two and how they work with one another, it's going to be a fun day.
Yeah. Now you mentioned prizes. Now I can see on there a scooter, so don't leave that outside the dairy.
Yeah, don't. But they're pretty popular. But yes, the prizes there are good prizes, real wonderful prizes, and the prizes cover all the age groups that we're there. I mean, there's other prizes there with bikes being for the adults, the youth, all that. So yeah, it really is a fun occasion for the family for Friday night. They've got nothing to do for a couple of hours, just come on down, enjoy the fun and the activities that are going on. But more importantly, it's just raising the awareness of the support that youth services do with the 16 to 7-year-olds of Rotorua.
I think we're very blessed here in our city, because I was just obviously speaking to Maylene that there's so many different programs in our city for troubled teens, for leaders and all that sort of stuff. So we live in a blessed city.
Yes, we do. And knowing that there's so many different groups, different organisations that offer that support and really do link in pretty well with one another, it's just a shame that not many people are wary of it. And this is what this is all about. And of course, doing it here with TV Rotorua as well.
Yeah, and getting
it out there. Yeah. That works pretty well too.
Good stuff. Appreciate your time. Thanks, Topi.
Thank you.
And of course, we're happy to promote community events here at TV Rotorua. If you have a community event, you can call the station on 073488 984 or email news@tvrotorua.co.nz. And don't forget, if you'd like to watch the show again, you can visit our website tvrotorua.co.nz and click on City News Updates. Thanks for watching tonight. From all the team here at City News, Maria.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.
City News was brought to you by East Brewster Lawyers Rotorua, celebrating 100 years of legal excellence and innovation.